Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on, yo? Oof, oof. You know why I said oof? I was sitting there. I didn't run down here, nothing. I'm just, woof was just a natural response. Showtime, what it do? What it do? New. Quilly, what's happening, man? Jeffrey Light, what up? Good to see y'all. Fat guy with guns. What's happening, brother? See you in a few minutes. I gotta get people trying to get in here. Maybe I'm really inconsistent. Make sure I say the right word. Inconsistent on Sunday. So, Idaho, what's up, man? Grand Life, AJ, what it do? What it do? David, hey, Prayer, what's up? What? That damn Atlanta Prayer, man. That's my boy right there, man. I ain't seen little bro in a long time. Oh, he be acting funny, man. He got a lot of money now. That's all that is. People get a lot of money, they change on you. Hey, it's good to see you, man. Hang around. Maybe we have to bring you up on here tonight because I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Silverback, what's happening? Soul, what's good? What's good? B-Mo Biggs. Wells Gardening, what's happening? Ooh, Wells, don't go nowhere because I gotta have a discussion tonight about something interesting that I think you'll be able to chime in on. Javon Martin, what's happening? What's happening? Tech Money, what it do? What it do? I hear you, brother. David, if I didn't speak already, Reek G, what it do, boy? I always say that G hard. It's just, I don't know. It feels tough when I say it. Like, gives me, I don't know. I can't explain it, but that's why I do it. It's in my mind. It's all in my mind, Goldmouth. What's going down with everybody? Happy Sunday to y'all. It's time to get another week started. I don't know if any of y'all in here old school like Silverback or Gorilla. They old school. So they probably didn't even set their clocks. They didn't even push it up an hour. So they on the old time still. I know how it go. But that's okay. Patrick, what's up, man? Oh, man. Uh-oh. I can't say that name. I don't know what to say, but what's up with you? You got to tell me how to say it. You got to type it out so I know what I'm saying. KLG, what's up? It's a good word. If y'all don't mind, please smash the like button on your way in. That would be incredibly awesome. T-Man, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Good to see everybody. I'll let y'all get on in here, man. Mr. Biggs, what up, what up, what up, what up? Give everybody a minute. It's Sunday, man. Everybody moving slow. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
I usually try to hit that 50 mark before I go find you, but
What's going on,
it's gonna
man?
be slow tonight. Freedom Cat, what's happening, man?
What up, Marcus? Freedom Cat? What up,
Marcus? Yo? What it do, Marcus?
What up, Pran?
Marcus. I was just hollering at Pran, man. I ain't seen him in a minute. One thing for certain, though, I might not have seen him, but as soon as I touch down in the A, he already know what it is. He already know.
What up, yo?
I just hit his phone like I talked to him yesterday. What's going on with you, man?
Man. Finishing up the weekend, that's all.
Yeah, you don't sound too excited about it. I guess when you're finishing up the weekend, that really ain't nothing to be excited about.
No, it's not.
You gotta get ready to get popping, man. Next week, I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
God, what up? Patrick, what up?
Fat God, what's happening, man? Hey, Pran BOTP.
I know he is.
He ain't been around in a minute, but he one of the brothers. I tell you that.
That's right.
Fact. BOTP, man. If you don't know, Brothers of the Plate.
That's right.
All the big guys. You know what I'm saying? I say 250 or better. Zach be trying to let 230 guys in. I'm really not a fan of that, but it's whatever, man.
What up, Gina? Happy birthday!
Shout out to all the BOTPs.
What up, T-Man?
Hey, Gina, birthday?
It's
Happy
this
birthday,
weekend.
Gina.
I know it's this weekend.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Pran.
Yeah. He's snobbing out, man. He's snobbing out. He be spending a lot of money over there, Pran. He try to act like you don't. You know, I don't know if you knew, Pran, but last year he somehow, I still don't know to this day. I don't know who he knows, who he plugged with out here. Thomas, we'll keep that question in mind. But somehow Zach got voted last year for budget gun guy.
Because it's true.
It really blew my mind. Like I was so frustrated with that. I didn't know what to do. I didn't like it. Matter of fact, if you go back and look at the video, when they called his name for the budget guy, I did not clap because I did not agree with it. I didn't vote for him. I didn't feel like he should have won. I feel like he's really been cheating the game. And, you know, but it worked out, man. He got it, you know.
Oh, it is today. Okay. Yeah, man. I got it rightfully so.
You got it, he got it, man. You know, I mean, whatever. Not rightfully so. You got it. I think you got it because people like you, man. He's a likable guy. That's all it is. Not that he deserves the award. They was gonna give him something, you know.
5'5", 220. Now, Marcus, you ain't BOTP, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no, hell no, bro. You a little guy.
I'm sorry, man.
You're like a little guy across the board too. First of all, you're underweight and you're under height. Marcus, you can't be in no 5'5", 220. You can't do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Maybe if he was 4'3", 220 and make up for it. No.
That's all good. It's all good, man. You know, he's still one of the brothers, just not a BOTP brother. That's all.
Right.
That's all it is, man. We're gonna get to 50 and we'll start talking.
That's a big little dude, right, AJ? That's a big little dude.
Well, yeah, big little dude. That's right. He said it right.
So Real TV,
So Real Ninth Ward. If he said Ninth Ward, he got to be from Houston, huh?
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Man, I heard Fifth Ward was where it was at. What's happening? I just started a ward in the city. God,
so
I'm just talking. I don't know, man. I can't speak on the Houston politics. I can't even do it.
The first ward I ever heard about was
97. What up?
And that was from
Hey, they tell me, but all the Houston people be saying Fifth Ward then got cleaned up, man.
Listen,
it ain't the Ghetto Boys Fifth Ward no more.
Hey, first time I heard about the Fifth Ward,
I'm just saying though, Fifth Ward was where it was at then, but it ain't the Ghetto Boys Fifth Ward no more, man.
So like Brownsville, Bushwick.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on out there in Brooklyn. Brooklyn overall is getting a lot nicer from what I
it's changing.
That's how it be sometimes, man. It's all good though. We're gonna make it. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you're gonna tell us though. You know how when you mention somebody else city, they get tight too. Right. I know this nigga didn't just say Fifth Ward, and I put Ninth Ward in that.
So I'm gonna ask this question. So Real TV, I'm looking at your picture. Are you a man or a lady?
Well, first of all, I think that's an inappropriate question.
No, it's just an appropriate question. I look at the picture. I just noticed. I leaned forward. I saw the picture. I don't want to mess around. And if it's a her, I don't want to call her bro. If it's a bro, I don't want to call him sis. You know. What up, Lulu?
Lulu.
So I always ask the question. I don't got to guess no more. You just ask.
Hey, Pran. I know you working a lot, bro, but I need you to pull up to Ohio.
What up, Ronnie? What up, Joseph?
Yo, New York City, Joseph Harris. What up? What up?
Yeah, Pran, you gotta come through, man.
Pran was holding it down in Nashville, man.
Yeah, I know he's a busy man, but you know.
Hey, but you seen him though,
right?
You seen him pull up in the big body.
I did. I saw
Pran pull up with the family in the big body Benz. Like I'm a very modest and humble guy, but I seen him. Man.
They still ain't saying that, so I'm gonna have to say they.
You don't, man. You know,
I like to address people by who they are.
Y'all ever met somebody that just get themselves in trouble? Because there really was no reason for Zach to do this. This is why I like having him as co-host, because he does these weird things, and they always be borderline like get us canceled. Like,
but you know why I was getting ready to do it, because I was getting ready to go, bro. And then I stopped myself and said,
But
let
you
me
didn't
ask.
even have to though. Like
I
there was
can't help it.
nothing that
I can't help it.
that what was it? So what was the name again? I forgot it now.
Oh, I had to go back.
I forgot it that fast.
Oh, I know it was Ninth Ward. Oh, So
So
Real
Real
TV.
TV.
Ninth Ward.
So Real TV said nothing that required us to know. You know, so now if we'd have had to talk to So Real TV, you know, but all we had to do was say, "What's up, So Real TV?" That was
Right.
it.
I always
Zach
used to
had to
say,
make it a whole thing.
I say once,
Yeah,
I say one or
while
the
I'm
other.
at it, let me find out. You know,
that Thomas, I ain't do it. He's out with the sensitivity training. I have my sensitivity training right here.
Hey man, hey Marcus, my dinner date.
Yeah.
Man, my dinner date was interesting because it turned into a family dinner date.
Oh, okay.
You see, this is something you gotta understand, man. Well, I got grandbabies, man. So you can plan all types of stuff, man. You know, sometimes like having grandbabies almost like you just had kids again.
Papa,
All the plans change. Like once they come around, it's like, all right, everybody going now. So that's what
right.
it turned into. We invaded that restaurant, boy. We was deep. But it was good though. It was good. We had fun. I always enjoy them with their bad butts. So check it out, y'all. This day, we got to I guess we starting to get ready. Man, we starting to creep up closer to the
Oh, yeah.
whole meetup situation.
Martha.
I know it almost sounds like the record is on repeat, but I have to keep it on repeat because sometimes it don't go through to people very well. If you guys didn't know, a regular meetup is in June 21st, 22nd, Southwest Ohio. And if you're unfamiliar with what a regular meetup is, it's just an event that we've been doing here, that I've been doing, but I say we because the guys help me out and we kind of do it all together at this point. And it's been going on now. This is year 4 that we're going into. And I always call it the hidden gem of the 2A industry because
It is.
It's a very dope weekend that you get to hang out, man, and just some great networking, fellowshipping, and we do an award show with a theme that's a sneaker ball. And the YouTube award show is just created to give flowers to content creators, open the doors for a lot of newer content creators to recognize the ones who've been laying it down, and then for you guys to be able to meet a lot of those people that you support. So that's what the award show is all about. And then the rest of the weekend, we do a women's conference, which we're really excited about. That's becoming one of the more popular parts of the weekend itself. So if you guys never been and you got like your wife or significant other or sister or mom or whoever that may not even be into firearms, you could still feel comfortable bringing them to an event like this because it's for everybody.
Yep.
And the ladies all tend to enjoy it, man. It's exactly what made us do a women's conference because guys were bringing their wives and they were having fun. So we said, why not just do something specifically for the ladies?
What up, Gorilla?
So that's what that's all about. Wells Gardening. I know Gina is kind of in that community over there. I got what's up in the prepping community, gardening. We actually have a prepping category that we added.
Mm-hmm.
And I added this category because sometimes prepping and preparedness goes not sometimes, prepping and preparedness goes hand in hand with firearms. Mm-hmm. It just does. There's a lot of ways that it mixes. And a lot of us that's primarily in the firearms community, we need to be more familiar with the prepping side, and gardening, prepping, being prepared type of thing. And people that's in the prepping community need to make sure they start getting firearms, get familiar to protect their preps. You know how it goes. It's kind of one hand wash the other type of thing. Andre London, what it do, man? Devil Roll, what's happening? What's happening, Ramsey? Jay, what's good? Good to see y'all. So basically, we added that category because shout out to my boy Led Farmer, who I'm hoping in the near future here that we're going to set up something where we go over on his channel and we go live and we talk about the meetup. And then I'll bring him back on over here and then we'll do kind of the same thing. because he has a ton of people over there in that community, and we really want to get people involved. And here's what I know is going to happen. So people were asking me, somebody asked me, like, you said, you always say events going to sell out. And I say, yeah, I don't say that. I'm not saying that from a cocky space. I'm saying that more because I know that it'll be too many people, more people interested in coming than the amount of room space that we have. That's what it's kind of based on. And then once we add the prepping community, it's totally going to sell out. Like that's what I mean. And that you haven't seen us really promote hard over there yet, but once we do it, you know, we never know. So it's going to be good. So if you guys are in the prepping space, any of y'all, prepping, gardening, tell your people about it, because we plan to show some love to that community this year, and we want to start doing a lot more networking. So if you're in that community, hit me up. Let's talk about how we can network. Last thing before we get into this chat is this coming Wednesday, we are doing a live stream called The 2A Woman's Perspective.
Yeah.
So it's all the like ladies of 2A, not all of them, but it's about the ladies of 2A. So it's kind of going to be hopefully we have a ladies takeover.
Right.
We're going to bring some special guests through. We're going to have ladies in and around the community be involved. And I think it'll be very interesting because I want to do it a little bit different. I've done ladies' nights before, probably 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. What up, Jay?
Over the years, I've done quite a few, and they always very popular. But this is going to be more popular than any of them, and I think it's going to grow because we're going to start really hearing the ladies' perspective. So as opposed to just making it it's just going to be a ladies' night and we just bringing ladies on to bring ladies on, we always give them their flowers, of course. But I think this time we're going to start hearing it from ladies just a part of 2A that's just getting into firearms, and, you know, they follow these channels and they've been very supportive and, you know, getting more into it and learning more, all the way to some of the lady influencers who are either on YouTube or Instagram, bigger names that have big followings that can come on and tell a little bit about their journeys, and we can see how those things intertwine, and then let ladies ask other ladies questions.
Right.
Instead of our big head butts always asking the question. Yo, Barrett Simmons, what's happening?
What up, Barrett?
I say Barrett, I feel like I'm talking to a gun. Yo, Jay, what's happening, man? Nah, that's good. That's it for me, man. Hey, Zach.
Yo.
I got a question for you, bro. It's a good question, too.
Okay.
Do you always get what you pay for?
Oh, not always.
Do you really get what you pay for?
Not always. Sometimes you get less, sometimes you get more.
So do you think that's a valid statement when people say that?
I mean,
is it a valid question? Like you know how you might say, all right, oh man, you know, somebody might tell you, dang, bro, my something broke off of my whatever this part was, or I dropped my gun and my red dot cracked, and then somebody, there you go, you get what you pay for, right?
I think a lot of times that's just used as like sort of like some sort of sarcasm, figure of speech, sarcasm, whatever. Because, you know, sometimes you're right, sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less, sometimes you do get exactly what you pay for.
So to me, that's a trick question. And sometimes I try to refrain from speaking on it because it's just how I think. It's how my brain turns, right? Like somebody will say, well, you know, you get what you pay for. Well, how do you know what is the pay for threshold?
What sets the bar, baby?
What sets the bar? Like if you tell me you get what you pay for, what number am I basing that off of? Law Biden, what's happening? What's happening, man? CJ, what's good?
That's a good, you know, that's what it just all depends. Like I saw some say it depends on the company. No, it doesn't depend on the company. Because there's some companies that you would say, oh, that's just a little cheap company. And the thing they sold you does exactly what they say, been lasting for years. I got what I paid for. They said it did this, it does it, been doing it for years. It doesn't, it's just
So my cousin one time said to me, "You always get what you pay for."
You wanna know something? That's a good perspective too. I get it. It's kind of tricky, but I
It's
get it.
interesting, right? When you think
Yeah.
about it, you always get what you pay for. Now, was it worth
Whether
what you paid for it?
right.
Maybe that's a better question.
Right. So who wants a
So,
high point for self-defense? A person who can't afford anything else, and that's all they can get. That's who wants it. And they need that gun right then and there.
and that was a soul moment. It's funny he got soul in his name.
Right.
But so I'm really here for this. I'm really here for this. It always, let me tell you something about the 2A live stream that I've been doing for a long time now, for a few years, and there's never a more talked about subject,
Bulletproof.
never, than budget
Right.
versus what's considered to be expensive. It is, no matter, you could dress it up however you want, but it'll always come back around to that being the battle. That's always the battle. And so says too loaded of a question. I don't think so. I hear too many people say it.
Yeah.
So people say you get what you pay for, and it ain't just in guns. This happens in a lot of different stuff. People equate the amount of money paid with the quality of product that you get.
I watched Grand Thumb. He did a PSA upper burn down. So basically he took a PSA upper, he put it on a full auto lower, and just ran the hell out of it. He ran like 5,000 rounds through it in one day. And by the end of it, the gun still worked. The barrel was all kind of shot out because the MOA opened up when he was shooting from distance or whatever, but the gun worked. So, I mean, and the way that he boiled it down to, like, a lot of people, most people ain't going to get through 5,000 rounds. And most people ain't going to be doing what he did with it. Most people ain't going to own an automatic weapon. So, did you get what you pay for? Yeah, your cousin is right, I think. The more I think about it, I think your cousin is right.
So you always get what you pay for.
Right. I think your cousin is right. I never thought about it till you. It's funny until you just said it.
So
can you overpay for what you get? Yeah,
I'm thinking about like you just said about the PSA.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to always, and a lot of times, man, if y'all don't know, if you ain't figured it out by now, if you're somebody who's been following me for a while, you'll know I do this. And if you haven't, then you'll learn. I love to play devil's advocate a lot.
Savage.
So a lot of times a question I may ask may not reflect my thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me asking, just playing devil's advocate. And sometimes I want to see if people really believe what they say, right? So if I go out here, and I think sometimes, and I'm caught up in it as we speak right now, I'll be the first one to admit it. Sometimes, especially with accessories, man.
3C, what's up?
It's crazy. What's up, 3C and Bass Life, whoever I didn't speak to. It's crazy because I'm conscious now of what I want to put on my firearms or what I want to use. And here's the part. I'm gonna criticize myself. I'm gonna go ahead and criticize myself. It's peer pressure. It's nothing more than social media peer pressure, man. Because half of that stuff I don't really be giving a damn about. I'm just being honest.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you be hearing guys say, Roadblock, he probably sleep. But you be hearing guys say sometimes, he bad about it too. Man, I ain't putting nothing less. Listen to this.
Right.
I'm not putting nothing less than a hollow sun on my gun.
Right. Just dissing all the other brands.
Strap House Customs, what up? My boy Q. BTG, what's happening?
That's right.
But here's the thing, though. What does that mean? How you doing, Miss Megan? What does that mean, bro?
What up, June?
Uncle June, I'm glad you're here. Uncle June is a good guy to talk to about this, man.
There's a standard that he set for himself. You know me.
Okay, I'm not against him. That's my boy. I'm not against him when he said it's just I just question it, right? Like
Militant, what up?
Because most people that will speak on something, and I can say this confidently, most people that speak on something, especially people that's online, because you have an audience listening to you, right? So you got people like, well, I wonder what he think about this. AK Lover, what's going on, my dog? Nola, what's happening?
What up, Nola?
And they'll say, they're telling you what's good and what's not. But none of these people have ever put anything through the paces. They haven't actually put those items through the paces that they're speaking of, that sets the bar to make that thing good and that other thing not.
Yeah, because most of us ain't gonna take that stuff that we spend our money on and just beat the shit out of it.
Fact.
We're just not gonna do it. I mean, I know I won't do it. I have stuff that people send me for free and I won't do it with.
Facts.
Just not gonna.
No, hey Ramsey J, I agree, bro. I'm not like this is not a diss. This is you actually proving my point, where he says that means it's his personal preference. So why do people knock people for going another way?
Yeah, I know. Well, we've
had that. What I'm saying? So if it's personal preference, let it be.
We've had that conversation before, and sometimes it's genuine. Hey, I don't want you to get something that's gonna fail on you, but then you get into the other people where they're just trying to flex that they can get X, Y, and Z. It depends on the person.
What was one of my favorite lines that I always used to say? It's a bag game.
Yep, it's a bag. That's exactly
a game about the bag. This ain't really about the quality or is this really good? This the best thing for the situation. It is a
flex
bag game. Yep. If I can afford to spend more money on something, I go do it because I can afford to do it. Do you know how many guys that I watch that we would either consider, on snob level? Because snob is a word that we use a ton, right? Or you're people that love more expensive stuff. I always like to mess with Fam, and I love Fam to death. It's my boy, but it's just one of them. We're gonna always give him shit because that's what we supposed to do.
Right. What up, Skilly? Well, we all like fancy stuff. We all like expensive stuff.
I agree. With that being said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I see so many people all of a sudden now? You'll promote Gideon
because
you'll meet Gideon. The people at Gideon are nice. They may give you a code. They may send you something for free. So all of a sudden now they are worthy. But 6 months ago or a year ago, when we was talking Gideon, everybody looking at it like,
because they're capping, and they trying to be something that they started out trying to be one thing and ended up moving somewhere else, because there's more of us regular folk than there are people who got a big giant bag. And then I don't even care if you got a big giant bag. And I use Fam all day. Fam has all type of stuff and has never ever tried to make anybody feel less than because he has.
No, he don't.
It's those
Fam got Sealy's.
What up, AD?
He actually likes Sealy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And he's never made anybody feel like
I am not from Bartlett.
Right. He never made anybody feel like they were less than because they don't have the stuff that he has.
So what's up with
people like that? He's never done that before. I use him as that example because he's never like that.
Nah.
Exactly, Ramsey J. That's why he'd go.
So, but my thing is this, and not because I like Sealy. See, I'm the type person. How long? Not Sealy. I meant to say I like Gideon. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, Gideon.
I like Sealy too. But how long I've been talking about Sealy?
A long time now.
Long time. Probably
when they first
came around.
Yeah.
And
you find out that the brand is, I mean, they do what they say. That's what and that's why you get into those conversations about this brand, that brand. I done had brands that I thought were the top of the line, and they fuck up. And I had stuff that I bought that I thought just because of how I got it or where I bought it or whatever, it wasn't really, nobody talked about it. It wasn't really that good. I'm like, but the damn thing still works and it's running. It's better than what I paid more money for.
Facts. So my thing is, and I say, and this is me dissing myself, and I be hoping that somebody will help me out with this.
That's right, Bustin' Guns.
Skilly, you got real deep right there. He said, I ain't finna sacrifice my home.
Right.
Yeah, Skilly, I hope not. Shit.
Skilly went right there. He went right there.
Skilly went to the end. You know, I ain't finna lose my house and my car putting no expensive optic on nothing. But nah, man. But I was gonna say though, I still don't know how do you properly test an optic.
AJ, that's one of my favorites too, brother. I'm shooting that today.
Y'all hear me though?
Yeah,
hey, the weapons ban is all messed up, man. AD, you know, I got a couple videos about it. I don't know if you sub to the channel or not, but yeah, I got a couple videos out there about it. Nobody likes no type of bans, man.
So, bro, Bustin' Guns just said exactly what you said.
What's that?
You said, how do you test them? And I think it has to do with this.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you
how do you
properly test?
It's about abuse levels.
Yeah, but I've done some torture tests, right? See,
right.
That was one of the things that made me rock with Gideon as well. And that's also what makes me mess with Sealy.
Mm-hmm.
Not very many companies will hit you up and say, yo, here, I'm gonna send you this optic and it can take some abuse. Beat it up.
Right. I want you to try to break it.
Both of those companies said that to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else said it? Fox Army.
Yeah, they did.
They was like, oh no, torture it. Beat it up. They were one of my favorite things about Gideon is when you talk to them, they be like, they telling you that, hey man, this is why we need you guys to tell us if something goes wrong.
Right.
What we need to fix. Is that reticle too big? Is the glass not clean enough? Is the dot not showing up the way it should be or whatever? Reginald, what's happening? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that. I can work with you on that. But again, I still don't know how you test the optic.
I don't think there is no special way to test it. And then honestly, I think in terms of what an optic is for, it has to do with use, but it's so you can hit what you're shooting at. And you're not really going to be able to know that if it does what it's supposed to. That's going to take time. Unless you're going to just try to abuse it. And like when I say abuse, I mean like just fire. Like you're going to fire 5,000 rounds in a day with it to see if it holds zero and see what it does. I mean, because that's what it's basically for. It's basically so you can hit what you're aiming at. What up, Six? What up, Roger? We used to work.
What up? ROZ. I can't say. You gotta tell me how to say it.
Rosie.
What's good with you though?
Yeah, what up, man?
Kyle, what up? Hey, Refrigerator Q. You right, bro. You are right, man. He said there's so much marketing into it.
Yeah.
So this is something, it's so difficult, man. It is so difficult to kind of separate yourself from the pack. I try to make it so clear, and I use words by mistake sometimes. But man, I don't believe I don't do reviews, right? Because to me, you should be qualified to do such a thing. Or I don't know if you need to be qualified, but a review to me is more along the lines of, I'm just telling you what I think of this.
And it's anecdotal too.
This is what I put it on. This is how I use it, and it works or it don't. You know, it's going to be either or. Like, I don't know.
And it's just one.
I can't give you all the ins and outs because I don't know how the insides of a dot work to create the reticle and what all the different reticles are called. And I don't know any of that stuff.
Good point, Ramsey J. I mean, and that's what it says. It's very.
But is there a threshold though, Ramsey J? And I'm just asking, just to be asking.
If it breaks or not.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, if it breaks or not. I think that's the threshold.
No, but okay, he said just rapid fire, right? Can it survive a drop? So when you do that though, bro?
What? I mean, I've dropped stuff unintentionally. I
I'm
don't do it
asking
on
Ramsey
purpose.
J too.
I've dropped it unintentionally.
Do you do that? Like when who the last person went out here and bought that SRO and said, you know what? Let me make sure it's good. Boom.
Most people are not going to do that. You're not going to do it. You're just not. Pay $600 for something. I ain't going to just do that.
I'm saying that's my point. So who really? I don't even know many people that do it when they paid $100. Who just go to the crib and drop the optic?
Exactly. As I said, I've done it by mistake.
See, Devereaux, I like that.
Okay. See, he has his own test on how it should be working.
But I'm saying, did you drop it on purpose, or did you just drop it and then that just so happened to happen and you said, no, I ain't mess with these optics no more? 3C, that's an interesting analysis.
The use of optics is like life. You have to experience in order to understand it. he got deep.
He got damn near deeper than Skilly.
Right.
Frederick Q said, I ain't torture testing nothing I paid my money for.
Right.
Oh, he says,
and I agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't really do no torture test. I mean, at some point, if it fails, it's gonna fail. But you've had stuff that right out the box it failed. I'm like, okay, this shouldn't be doing this, and I just had it.
That's why I look. You send me. You want me to torture test? You gotta send me two.
Yeah.
Because if I like it, I want another one. I want to add one that I can use. But okay, let me think. Let me think for a second. Because I kind of got optics, all the brands. Not all the brands. But
you see what Q said?
What's that?
The more I pay, the easier life the equipment will have. That's right. That's right.
That's interesting. Bro, that is interesting as hell.
But it's true. You're not gonna do the same thing with your Legion Precision that you're gonna do with your M&P. You're not.
What do you mean?
You're not gonna handle it the same way. It's a little bit. You'll have a little bit.
Though.
Yeah, but you have a little bit less.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't subconsciously. Y'all don't mind? Please smash that like button for me. Maybe I don't know if I do it or not. I ain't gonna lie, because you're right. But sometimes, because I still put my, like, when I got my guns in the safe, I'm not taking a Legion Precision, putting it in a case and storing it like that. I store it right with the rest of the guns. I don't store it any different. I'm not treating it any different, a baby in it. Neither with those are my expensive guns, like Legion Precision, Staccato, whatever. I don't treat them any different in my mind. Maybe I do, like I say, subconsciously, but in my mind I don't, because I be cleaning the barrel on the Legion Precision with the what you call it?
The ultrasonic cleaner.
Ultrasonic cleaner.
You don't do everyone like that.
I ain't even have an ultrasonic cleaner before I got the Legion.
So there go. You answered your own question.
Yo, Bob, what's up, man?
What a whole separate piece of equipment for it.
Damn, man, that's crazy. So, Nova's a good guy to reflect on that. Because you get that technical side of it, man. But there's a thing about knowing things from a technical space and then real world experience, real world testing of something. If you're really testing it, right? So a lot of people would carry with a red dot. Typically, older guys. You stop at Tactical Tina right now. Older guys be like, one damn red dot on the gun, I care. Because, And I get it. Like I don't carry with a red dot.
I don't either.
I got a dot on one of my guns that I carry sometimes, but I'm not comfortable with it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Simplest reason in the world not to love to argue.
6, Thomas. 6.
It ain't even about the dot might go out on you. That ain't even nearly the question.
Mm-hmm.
But just knowing that, unfortunately, I've seen a few situations in my life, in real life, where most people don't ever see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even imagine in my wildest dream at what point do I have time to really get on target with a dot.
Yeah.
In most of any situation that happens to you in the drop of a dime, 99.9% of the time, you got a point and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The only time you really have time to use a red dot the way that it's supposed to be used is when you're at the range. Now, argue with me, please. That's why I'm here. That's why I do a live. I like to argue. I'm with it. Lamerick, what's up? So, the idea of saying I'm not trusting my life with that red dot, well, you crazy as hell. You shouldn't be trusting your life with no red dot, because when your life is in trouble, you ain't got time for no red dot.
No, you don't.
In most cases. Now, if you're in a situation where you behind a barricade and you got some time and you can,
or maybe you got to take a long shot, or
you can get it right, you got time, then okay, I get it. But in most, I got to, and pop.
Mm-hmm.
I have time to see if the dot was where it was supposed to be.
You sure don't.
The hell out of here with that. So,
what up, Leo?
Now look at what Grand Life said right there.
My friend believe in not putting cheaper stuff on dope or more expensive phone. But to me, it's like wearing Jordans with it. Yeah, I know. I hear that all the time, AJ. You're not the only person that has that sort of sentiment.
He talking about me, AJ. You know, unfortunately, I've kind of fallen a victim to that. But I fall a victim to it. Wally, what's happening? I fall a victim to it all because of
Country Hustle. What up, yo?
Country Hustle, too. Shout out to Country Hustle, man. But look, I've fallen a victim to it because of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing else to blame it on.
Which makes me a victim. Yep.
So it puts me in a funny spot, but it's all peer pressure for me. I have no other excuse, bro. I don't.
Yeah, what up,
man? I can't sit here and tell y'all that. Now it is some dots that I like better than others, but it ain't because of the brand.
No,
it's because of the design. So like, I like larger windows because my eye's bad, right? So there's just some dots that are just easier for me. So yeah, I'm a fan of SRO because of the round window and it's got nice size to it. But I never knew about an SRO 2 years ago. You couldn't have told me nothing. Only thing I knew about an SRO 2 years ago was that's what everybody was putting on staccatos. Hey, what's that optic that all the people keep? That's what I used to say.
Right.
What's that optic everybody keep putting on there? Everybody put the same one on there. What's that? I need one of those. It's the only reason I wanted it. And then, okay, when I don't know why this box is down here, but when I first saw this optic, right, I was super impressed because I had never seen nothing that looked like that could go on a pistol. So in my mind, I thought that it would be easier for me to get on target with something like this.
I don't like you. The first time I don't, my thing with those, I don't really like all of those because to me it's like looking down a hallway.
That's my favorite enclosed optic.
Yep, that's
now, the macro I don't have, but the MPS I own probably 6 or 7 enclosed optics, but that particular one is the one I like the best. It don't look as bulky on the guns. It don't have. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Swamp Fox, that Kraken,
that's good.
Nice. Well, I had a Kraken on my PDP and couldn't miss.
I don't like the acro. I've shot it before, and there's something about the way it's built. It's not even that I don't like the way it's built. It reminds you like you're looking down a hallway. It's like it's too small. It needs to be bigger. The dog pound with M Dog. What up, M Dog? Much respect to you. Thank you.
No, what's happening, man? Man, so Grand Life, that's interesting. He said he carried with a red dot, but it's never on. You see that?
Yeah, why would you don't got like shake away?
No, but I get what he's saying. I do country hustle. I think I got your. I thought I got your cash. I don't. My Cash App is different now, though, man. I don't know how long it's been since you've been. Oh, he asking you, Zach.
I do country hustle. I got a Cash App. Yes, sir. It's basically fat guy with guns.
Manufacturing nowadays, all overseas production, we see a lot of knockoffs.
And you want to know something?
That's interesting.
But I don't consider those to be like knockoffs, because the thing you learn is that
what's up, Mike Sanders?
That stuff is made. A lot of that stuff be made in the same factory with a different name on it.
See, I've heard that a lot, but I don't know how true it is, but I've heard a lot. Lito, what's up, man? Hey, listen, if you guys are just coming in, please smash the like button for me. We had 108 people. I don't know how many likes we got, but I try to get to 100 likes every night if possible, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys can help me out, it really helps the channel. That's why y'all see me press it so much.
I didn't even check.
It really, really helps the channel overall. Like when you guys hit the like button, that's the thing right there.
I mean, everything is. I'm gonna do something on that too, because most of the stuff is made in China, man. You get most stuff that's not. Like I know Trigicon doesn't. Their stuff is here. They in America. One of the reasons why it costs so much. So, I mean, I know they have different QA and QC standards, Joe. I know that.
Thank you, Reginald. So I'd like to hear Joe Val on this. I'd like to see what he says out there. Facts. I like what Lito said right here, bro.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and that's why I've had this to say this to you before. I liken red dots to cell phones. Everybody wants an iPhone or some sort of Samsung, but there are great cell phones with flagship specs that you don't know about that'll give you the same good performance like you get out of those phones. It's the truth. I watch guys review them all the time, and you don't gotta pay $1,200 for them.
Hey, shout out to Rustic Arms. He posted something on Instagram that I thought was interesting. He said, and it's kind of their slogan. It's his actual thing on Instagram. He said, "It's not just as good." Well, it's like it's just as good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he crossed out just as or something like that. I don't know exactly how.
It's as good or something like that.
But it's as good. Like basically saying, look, and I remember I used to say this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good or is it bad? Boy, y'all don't know how much it make my blood boil when somebody be like, "Oh man, that's a good gun for the money." Oh, you dirty mother! Man, I be ready to cuss mother out so bad, man.
He hates that.
That is the worst comment in the world to me. Oh,
but that's
it's good for the money.
What you said earlier,
what does that mean?
What sets who and what sets the bar?
Ooh, that's great. Who and what?
Yeah, who and what?
Because every time something is looked at as being good,
I like them too.
Right? When somebody says something is good, or they saying this is the one, or you need to go this way, or this brand is where it's at.
Right.
It's only going off of what somebody else said.
Right.
It's usually never the people that say it are never the ones that actually did the testing.
Savage, I don't think influencers set the bar. I think influencers set the expectation, because they don't set the bar.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Because I've had people who say, "Oh, X, Y, and Z, this, that," and I go out and get it, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, they were wrong. Because I mean, I just happen to be an influencer, a micro influencer, but I'm a gun guy too. So I listen to you say, oh yeah, this is great, and I don't care who it is, how big their platform is or whatever. I go try it out. I'm like, nah, I disagree with what they say. It don't matter.
So that's the thing with me. There's no influencer on YouTube, Instagram, outer space, Facebook, in the basement. I don't give a damn who they is. There's no influencer. I did, brother. Appreciate you, man. That convinces me to or not to purchase anything.
Right.
I said it. Not one. There's no influencer. Not one. I'm talking about, and I'm cool with a lot of them. I think they all dope. I do watch their channels. Do I like to hear their opinion? 100%. There's a lot of people I like to go and listen to what they have to say about something. But I never watch one and be like, oh, well, he said he didn't like that. He said that was trash and I ain't buying it. Nope. If I like it, I still get it.
Right.
Simple as that. I think everybody should think that way. I think you use the to me, you use the influences to give you a
just a good point.
Like a ballpark thought process or somewhere to start.
Right. Just give you sort of like a level set for you. So
it'll give you something to look for. You say you watch 10 videos of people that did something on something you were looking to purchase, be it a firearm, accessory, whatever, and they all report the same problem.
What up, Charles Henry? Right.
Now that's something to think about. Now you still want to go get this. Remember, 10 people said that damn thing do X, Y, Z.
Right.
Charles Henry, what's up, man? So, it's one of them things like, I don't listen to nobody, man.
You take a shot. It says there's no standard. It's all marketing. There are many terms to hear. It's not other industries. Yeah. What up, Tank?
Well, I don't know if I agree with that whole all the way through. OG Tank, what up? Because what do you say? In 2A, there's no standard.
I mean, there is
I disagree because I'm gonna tell you, and this is not to knock anybody, man, because I'm sure people say the same thing about me. Here's what tends to happen. Influencers get a bad knock oftentimes, and what do you want them to do, right? Like somebody can send me anything, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm not obligated to say anything. If you send me something and I don't like it, I just don't like it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Now this is the only thing that I've ever changed about the way that I approach things on YouTube. Because early on, I never would want to communicate to a company that, they'll send me something. I might go out, I'm testing it, I do a video. And there's something with it that I don't like. I'm like, oh, no, this ain't it.
Milton Roos, did you make that video?
What?
He just said BCA will fail you at the worst time. I just watched the video. Somebody talking about don't buy BCA, and I'm wondering if it was him.
BCA, bro?
I think he's talking about Bear Creek Armory. I was just watching that earlier this afternoon, and I wonder if that was him. If it was his video.
So here's what I was going to say though. People they'll knock the influencers because one of the things that I had to change is, say a company send me something and you whatever it is and they start having some issues or whatever. Mm-hmm. One of my things was I would just not do the video. I would not put a video out on it, but I wouldn't promote it. Like I wouldn't be like, oh well, man, check this out, X, Y, and Z. I didn't want to do it. And in the early on, I didn't want to communicate that with the companies. Now it doesn't matter what. See, I could say this on a live stream. This will never go away. It's public, so I'm not capping because I know they be listening. Mm-hmm. I can openly say to any company that ever sends me anything that now, if the agreement is that, oh man, do this, man, I'd love to see you, do a video on this. But you need to know
Roblox
that if something ain't right, I'm telling. I'm gonna say what I don't like, and I try to find something wrong with everything. Now I try because I don't believe there's a such thing as a perfect product. I don't believe it exists. I don't believe a perfect firearm exists. A perfect red dot don't exist. You can find something with anything.
I was looking at them Bear Creeks too, man. I was looking at those.
I don't know. I don't know much about that stuff.
I don't know a lot about them either, but I know they always got good prices, and lately I've been hearing bad things. And anything can break. That's true.
I agree with that, K-Wick. I agree with that. So and that's my point, man. Like, but when I really like something and I'm like holding it down, like, man, y'all better believe that I be liking that stuff genuinely. Because I can tell you right now, all the guys will tell you that's been around me. Take something like the PDP, for instance. Boy, I didn't know nothing about no damn PDP. I didn't own nothing close to it. Never shot one. Didn't know none of that. Went out the Real Deal crib. Roadblock coming out because all he ever talk about PDP. Man, Roadblock, shut up, man. The damn you and your PDP. And then when I got to shoot it, I'm talking about, boy, I didn't make it back home 24 hours before I needed to get one in my hand. Had to have it. Shout out to the big homie for making that happen.
I swore I wouldn't get it. I ended up getting one too. Yeah.
I think, but now, so influence got me there, but it wasn't like Roadblock was doing videos on it. I trusted him a lot more because he wasn't an influencer. This is just my homie, like, no, boy, I like this.
Right.
And I know he went and paid his bread for it. So it, you know what I'm saying? It made me go and do it.
Funny you said bread. You see that? You see this question?
How much time? Wait, I don't know where to read from.
So how much time should an influencer spend making sure the content is clear about getting free products versus the stuff we pay for? I always say it.
Well, I don't even, to be honest, man, my personal opinion, I don't even know how necessary it is.
I just do, bro. I don't want people to think that
I don't know how necessary it is. I think most people assume a lot of time the bigger the influencer, they assume they get it for free.
Right. I'm telling.
The smaller the influencer, they probably assume you bought it or whatever the case is. Everything that I have and talk about, I don't get for free.
Right.
That's a fact. I mean, I have to buy a lot of my shit. I don't, but a lot of stuff I do. It's not like about, to me, I don't think it makes a difference. I'm with OG Tank. I'm not sure if it makes a difference. I just think we have to be honest.
Right. And that's what
something goes wrong, you just gotta be honest.
It's a legal thing to say you paid for it or got it for free. You say, is it illegal? I mean, I don't know if it's a legality or not.
Nothing illegal.
So I think that one of the issues may be that there's no standard evaluation standard with influencers, and some of the data may be slanted. I mean, it can be because, and I'm going to tell you, me and bro had this conversation. It's hard sometimes for people to be honest when someone paid you for something.
When they pay you to do it, they be doing it. They be like, so I think what a lot of people run into is, I told y'all this. There's two different ways that influence, and this is good. See, I don't like to say this type of stuff because I'm not that big of an influencer to be telling influencers how to do things, but I'm a very smart businessman. And I'm going to tell you this right here. And this is something you could take with a grain of salt. Here's the realest shit ever. There's two different ways, especially in the gun world, that you can do things. People going to either be doing a commercial where I'm just telling you this Cricket pen. Cricket just came out with this new pen. This is the only color it comes in. It comes in white and it comes in purple. It's got this slanted piece of chrome on the front of it, and then it's got a string hole here in case you want to put it around your neck. They also plan to come out with one that's a little bit shorter than this with a sharper tip on it. And this one right here seems to be, it'll clip on different things when I try to clip it on something, and that's what it does, right? So, and they got them in stores right now. You can pick them up at this store, that store, and they cost you about $24.99, man. So I appreciate y'all watching this video. I'm out. That's a commercial. I didn't lie to you about nothing. This is the product.
And this is what it does.
I told you what it do. This is what they advertising. This is what it is. This is the feature. This is how it goes, right? Now, here goes some of the YouTube. This might be the best hook to ever hook on a hook. And it's going to last forever. This is the hook of all hooks. They've been making them since 2017, and nobody ever had a problem with it in life. This is what it does. Greatest thing ever. Check it out. It comes in 17,000 different colors. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'll buy 10 of them. Matter of fact, I bought 10, but I only want to do the review on one. And then they'll say all types of stuff like that. So it's like you either doing a commercial or you promoting it, right? Like you could do the commercial. I think influencers can be more honest by just kind of doing the commercial.
I mean, but if you're
gonna be honest on your review, then do your review.
Yeah, because if I take something and I have it and I go do it, I'm like, oh man, this is really nice. I'm gonna say it's really nice. I ain't gonna ever tell you to say you gotta go buy one, but I think this is really nice.
Yeah. So again, this is just me though. Understand that I said this before. You should not be using the influencer. You should not be using the influencer to determine if you're gonna purchase something that you wanted or not.
What up, Alex? Well, I mean, what ends up happening is because, and I'm just gonna say this, is that most people are lazy and they don't want to go do their own research and find out for themselves. They'll let somebody that think that they have think highly of. And so that's where their opinion is.
So check this out right here. Check this out. Let me see, how can I put this?
There you go, Joe. Exactly.
No, I agree with that. But how do you do due diligence on something that you saw? Okay.
You buy it.
No, for instance, when I saw the Springfield Echelon, I'm just going to use that gun for the perfect example.
Snap at you photography. What up, snap at you?
No, what's happening? Nobody, no influencer, nobody convinced me to buy the gun. Well, not get it, not buy it, but get it. I got it. Shout out to Click Click Bang for sending it over to me. But I wanted it no matter what I heard. Some people was like, man, the magazine's messing up. The gun ain't all that. Is this what Springfield advertised as the features of the firearm and the way it looked made me want it.
There you go. Buy what you want. Hope for the best.
yeah. That's me. That's me, Reginald.
Yeah, it just kind of is what it is. But I do have people that I listen to and be like, okay, if I think they're an honest actor.
No, I just said that though. You just said what I said.
Yeah.
I listen to them. I watch them, but that's not how I make the determination.
Right. And that's like I said, like for me, you know me, bro. I have my own standard. I'm gonna jump out the window and I'll tell you, bro, is at this price point, I'm gonna jump out the window and try it. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I tell you because I'm mad.
Okay, and tell me this. How many guns have you bought? And think about this. When you seen it, you just really like how that look and you like the features on it. You like, man, I gotta have that. Damn near most of them, right?
Yeah, most of them.
Hey, look, he almost choked talk. He's like,
most of them.
Yeah, because that's usually how you will, make your purchase.
Look and price point, man. That's my thing.
See, Lefty, I'm not like that. He said, yo, man, I can get it when it first come out. I want it.
I'll be the guinea pig.
Let me get it.
What it is. I don't mind.
No, it's cool, man. But it kind of goes back to the whole "do you get what you pay for" stuff, man.
Yo, your cousin is right. Yes, you do. Your cousin is right.
You always get what you pay for.
You can't change my mind tonight. Your cousin is right.
Wick said he had to have his 320. Yeah, because man, look, now think about this. Sig, Glock, you get this a lot. How many times have you people still be bashing Sig? 320s especially.
Oh, they still do. They still talk bad about it. Don't buy that. Oh,
you better not drop it.
Yeah, you better not drop it, right.
You drop it, it's gonna shoot everybody. You know, they say anything. But people still own Sigs like crazy.
Yeah.
But now I gotta talk. I was just playing devil's advocate a little bit earlier. Now I gotta talk on the other side of the coin. As an influencer, I do realize that there's people that will watch a video, whether it be mine or other influencers or whatever, and that would determine if they go and buy something.
That's right.
I do know that exists. So it's important that we're careful about what we say, because you are affecting somebody's decision.
And they go right there. Patrick hit it right while you saying it.
Yep. So yeah. I know that to be true. Sometimes I think people listen for passion, right? Like if you talk about something with passion, when I've had several firearms that I've had and done videos on that I was just passionate about. Stealth Arms Platypus is one that stands out in my mind right now. Boy, I was passionate about that gun, and I still stand by it today. You know, year and a half later, because all mine still war run like champs. I don't even know what else to do to them. I'm not even sure what else to do to them.
There's nothing else to do to it. Unless you're gonna do crazy torture tests and all that.
There's no reason for it. The damn gun just runs, man. I have a lot of fun with it.
There's no reason for it. It's just like you said, it just runs.
That's true, Ramsey J.
Yeah, that's
something to think about. I hadn't thought about that, but that's definitely something to think about. Yep, see? Skilly, there you go. Perfect example.
There's a lot of people.
If you was following me looking to buy a Hellcat, boy, you damn sure wouldn't have one.
I don't like that gun either.
Chick like a mule. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But a lot of people love the Hellcat, man.
That's true. A lot of people do.
A lot of people love the Hellcat, so it's kind of hard to knock it.
It's like, because I remember, so I'm an early Canic guy. And when I first got into Canic, all you heard was shit about it. That's all you heard. It was this, it was that, because it was from Turkey, it was trash, it was all that. Now, that conversation ain't the same no more. So that stuff, hell no. It proved it. Stuff does sometimes take time to prove itself. At one point in time, Sig, probably people thought it was trash too. Glock wasn't always Glock. Glock had to become Glock because over time it's a proven platform. No matter how much they don't change it, the secret's in the sauce. You don't need to change it. The same thing, it runs, it works. Same with J-Ran, same with PSA. At first, when I got in PSA, it was like this. It was low budget this, low budget that. But PSA make quality stuff, man. And you know that because over the years, you run them. The company talks about their stuff, and it takes time sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes snap at you, I do that too. What up, Big Zo?
Big Zizzle.
Says Sig has never been trash. He said the Turkish gun, get it out of here. Lefty, if you want, man. All I know is that the Ottoman has been warring for years. You know how to make weapons. Yeah, they have. So, I mean, yeah, I love me. Same here, Wells. I love PSA. Been dealing with them for a long time.
Now, how about this for kicks and giggles? And this right here is a testament to myself. Right, I just pull my own string. I don't even own. I've only ever owned one PSA product.
Ain't no.
No. You know what I'm saying?
True. What I think about that since I've known you.
I've only ever owned one PSA product. You never hear me knock it or none of that. But I don't bandwagon jump. I didn't do it because everybody else was doing it. You didn't see me. I was at PSA 3 times at SHOT Show and never did a video on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I don't like their stuff. It's just I don't know. I just never really been into it like that. So it's just
right. Because you know what it is, bro.
I do work with them, though. I do work with them. You know, I know the people over there. But
I got into PSA so heavy because I build ARs. You I think if you did, you probably would have gotten to them too. Because there was a time when if you wanted to build you an AR, PSA, you could go to and build you a nice AR for you ain't have to spend no whole ton of money, man. It's just the truth.
No, I'm gonna definitely start running some more of their stuff because again, man, I learned a lot from. So I'm about to mess y'all head up right now, though. I'm about to mess y'all head up. So you know how we talk about like you being the content creator, you make the content, and people look to you to see what they should get or whatever. Sometimes I flip the script, right? I learn so much from people that be in the chat.
Oh man,
if I hear the average person out here talking about something and they keep telling me how good it is, and I know that person don't even have a YouTube channel, or at least that I know of, and this person just, oh no man, I got this, boom, I had it for years, or I love this so much I bought 3 of them. Well, I'd be looking like, damn, I might want to look at one of those. You know, that might be interesting,
right?
So a lot of times it happens that way.
Yeah, and they just keep getting better.
Roadblock. I agree with Joe I don't agree with him at all. He said PSA is trash. Fight me. Now you might get into some technical stuff that I ain't gonna know what the hell you talking about. But all I know is
I'd like to fight him. I'd like to fight him. I'd like to know what make him say that.
Oh, nice. Showtime. I want to see it.
What up, Big Tap?
Dope.
No influence. Me, and I was like the 10th person with the jackal. It was showing when Lady Wick did rape the gun. Yeah, see, it runs. But Tap, you one of those people. You go buy something. You'll just say, "Listen, I'm gonna go buy it and check it out for myself." And Alice Cole, I don't know what PSA is adequate means. I kind of do know what you mean. It's sort of a diss, but see, so Jovar, see, he said he had some serious customer service issues. Now, see, I've heard that before too, because I can have a product that it may be like messed up, but if the customer service is good, I'll still mess with you. That's important to me. Customer service is important to me.
Yeah.
The micro dag, I ain't getting one of those yet, J-Ray.
I don't want to fight him for real, man. I'm
no.
now, man. I ain't out here fighting no more.
PSA,
I'll fight him in an argument, but I don't want to fight.
All right, Alex. All right, I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's a brand. My thing is, and you want to know something? The spirit behind the company means something to me too. The reason why this person did what they did, because I want every red-blooded American to be able to have an affordable AR rifle. And I heard the person say it out their mouth, so I'm like, all right, cool. He wanted to make money, but there's people do stuff because you get into these people who call them they're really patriotic, and I'm real like they staunch, hardcore 2A people, and I'm gonna make something that everybody can buy and have access to, and it's gonna be a good product, and you don't gotta spend a lot of money for it.
Ramsey J, a big PSA fan.
I have not, Savage. I'm still looking for one, man. Yeah, but I got PSA kits laying around here now.
You know, maybe because I'm in Illinois, maybe that's why I don't do a lot of PSA in.
Yeah, because you can't.
I can't get nothing. I can't get nothing from no damn PSA.
That's Wells. I got the PSA lowest too, brother. Right, that's Mojo. It's true, Mojo, because most people are not going to do that. It's like some stuff I don't even listen to. I am not going to be rolling around on the ground. I'm not going to be in any.
That is true. Wait, let me put that up there. That's a very true statement. Jay, what's up?
Yeah, because who's going to be doing this? Most people are not going to do it. Now, you can intentionally try to do it. You know, you can try to do it if you want, but for the most part, I'm not, because there's some stuff I'm just not going to be doing. The BCG suffered cash out with failure and customer service would. Yeah, see, it was the now Joe, if the customer hear you would have been.
Can't even say the rest.
What up, Howard J? Yeah, if the customer service had been better to you, Joe, you probably would have had a different feeling. And come and think about it, I don't think I've ever had an issue with their customer service. I've never had to have a problem with them. At some point I may, but I haven't had an issue with them thus far.
It don't matter where you at now, do it, Lito.
It's your favorite body armor?
Oh, they're sending me out of the state. I'm getting the hell out of Illinois.
Taxes up to as Illinois. So. Nah, Freedom, I ain't got no favorite body armor, brother. Bro, you got favorite body armor?
Nah. Yeah, this my love jungle.
That's your own personal brand. Yeah, Savage. I've never had to send one in, man. And they got a warranty on them, lifetime warranty and everything. Yeah, Reginald, they're leaving New York State and moving to Georgia.
Who?
Remington. Their plant they had in upstate New York, man, been there for I don't know how long, man. Might be the original one. They're moving from there to Georgia. This was when a whole bunch of MIM BCG parts into this spot. Okay, Joe. See, now see something like that, I wouldn't know. You know, because you are a little bit more, way more intimate in those type of spaces when it comes to that type of stuff because of what you do.
Yeah, Joe Vi ocean deep in this shit.
Yeah, because see, I wouldn't. Now that I know, I'm gonna be asking that question. Hey, did this come in 2016?
Hey, Joe Vi, and anybody that's qualified to answer this question, what would be considered running a gun hard? Like, give me an example of what that looks like in usage.
But I say, Garand Thumb said he shot the barrel out 5,000 rounds. That's what he said. And he said a barrel should last more than 5,000 rounds. That's what he said. I don't know if that's correct or not.
I want to know what is running a gun. 1,000 round duration test in one day.
And I want somebody to.
Now that's torture testing, but
right.
I'm talking about like usage for us, just regular civilian people. What would be considered running a gun hard? Like,
Mojo said 1,500 rounds per month or more. Charlie boy, what that?
Charlie boy.
Okay, Joe. See, that's what I'm saying, Joe. I watched him talk about it, and see, and for me, like running 5,000 rounds through something, it may seem like a lot, but to you, like, no, that's not the case. Yeah, see,
right. That just made me laugh. So what the hell you shooting that much for and don't clean the gun? But you got to think, man. There's so many factors to that too. So here's a question for people that's in the chat that's not YouTubers. How many rounds? Okay, give me two numbers here. How many days in a month do you visit the range? And how many rounds do you run per visit on average? SD Marine, what up, champ?
What up, man? I mean, bro, and
I'm glad you said that, Big Zo, because I wanted to talk a little bit about Taurus.
Well, bro, because I told you the exact moment that PSA for me, I was like, man, this is good stuff. I was in a class, I was in Indiana, and this dude had a scar, and I had my $450, $500 PSA AR that I had for that class. My shit ran all day. His couldn't run. He had to borrow somebody else's gun. I was like, okay, that it showed me something. That didn't matter.
I'm looking at some of these numbers too, bro. I'm listening to you, but I'm looking at these numbers.
He paid a couple $1,000.
Four visits a month, 200 rounds each visit. Boosted out here capping 100 rounds a visit 3 times a week, 2 to 4 days a month, 300 to 400 rounds each time. Now, is this through one gun or this just total rounds that you guys run when you go?
And that's what I was gonna say, bro. Because like something like that, like we may end up doing that over the course of different guns. We don't always shoot the same guns all the time.
Yeah. So, do you take one gun to the range each time you go, or do you take multiple guns?
3,000.
So,
Leah,
See, people are taking multiple guns. Now, all that's telling me is nobody's shooting this astronomical amount of rounds through a gun, bro.
Right, they're not.
So,
even as much as we shoot, we don't do it, and we shoot a lot, but it's a lot of different stuff.
It's just an interesting piece. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Hey, man. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. If my live cut off this time, this is your last time on it.
He goes off this time, I'm quitting. Fat guy with guns. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, so to answer that question, right, the military uses a standard of 6,000 rounds. You send your gun back in and you get it checked out. Well, there's not an expectation that your average civilian is going to have all the tools to do all that checking, that gauging, and everything else. So now you have to look at what type of materials your barrel have. Is your barrel cold hammer forged? So now your cold hammer forged barrels, they'll last 10, 12, 15,000 rounds easily. And that's based on if you're shooting fast, the length of your barrel. So let's say like for your average civilian with a 16-inch barrel, cold hammer forged barrel, you can expect somewhere between 10 to 20,000 rounds, depending upon your ammo, right? That's where that cost comes in. I was capping on PSA, but I wasn't. I did have a bad experience with them. I do think they make good stuff. The gun that I had that blew up, I still use it. Yeah, I changed out the upper receiver. The barrel was still good. The low was blowed out, but I still use it. You know, change out the BCG. And that was just one of those things. I knew better when it was doing what it did. Your chrome moly vanadium barrels, everything else, right? You might get 8,000 rounds out of them and everything else, right? Your stainless steel barrels are made more for accuracy. So if you shoot them real fast, you'll have a tendency of burning those out. But here's the real test, though. You won't tell when your barrel's burned out until you start going to do accuracy tests, right? So like if your barrel used to be sub MOA, now you're shooting it and it's 2 MOA, and you're using relatively the same ammunition, your barrel's burnt, right? You got bore erosion, you got crown erosion and all that other good stuff, right? So again, like I said, very few of us in here probably have gauges to go measure firearm pin protrusion, go, no-go gauges, bore erosion, stuff like that. Military, they're supposed to send their guns in every 6,000 rounds, right? But that's if you're doing a round count. Some units use cold hammer forged barrels. You know, you got 10,000, 15,000 rounds on them, right? So it's going to vary. Your ammunition that you use varies. If you're using the good stuff that's going to burn all of its powder, it's going to last a lot longer. If you're using some of the less expensive stuff that leaves unburnt powder, where you get the big fireballs at the end, right? All that unburned powder is cutting your barrel, right? It's working against the lands in your grooves. It's affecting your accuracy. So, you know, realistically, you can have a barrel that lasts 100,000 rounds. It's not going to be accurate. School of American Rifle, they did an autopsy on a Roscoe barrel. This Roscoe barrel was shot and ran 30,000 rounds full auto, and it still maintained, I want to say it was like 3 MOA accuracy. Military standards 3 to 4 MOA.
I only got one Roscoe barrel too. Glad you said that.
No, but I'm getting ready to get some Roscoe barrels. You know, I think Roscoe barrels are legit for it. There's a lot of solid barrels out there. And I would say if you have the tools, make sure that you got the proper gas port on your barrel. A few years ago, some manufacturers was making undersized gas ports, and on the hopes that they would open up, you know, as you use them. You know, but yeah, that's it, man. Anybody got anything else?
Joe, is there could you say a proper gas size? And I asked that when you say that, what is there some sort of standard measurement, like military measurement, or?
So one of the more influential organizations, Crane, Naval Surface Warfare Division, Crane, after all their testing and everything else, they came up with, if you're going to have a 14 and a half inch 5.56, right? Optimal gas port size is this for carbine length for a mid length. right? Best thing I would say is go on to Geisley, and they have an optimized chart for gas size length to match up with your the length of your barrel, whether you're shooting suppressed and your buffer weight. And it's pretty good. So
Mirror.
What it doing? Hey, law-abiding citizen. The funny thing about that, back in 2001, there are some dudes that had literally 1956 SKSs fighting in the U.S. Any gun to do in combat if you take care of it.
You see that question about Biggs, Joe?
Yeah. Say again?
Joe Big said, "What's the bar for the average person that shoots?" Because the specs you have a military spec. So what's the bar for the average?
All of your gun manufacturers are using that now. There's some companies that's saying we got proprietary rifle length. You know, we got rifle plus one to make it smoother and everything else. It's just what works for you as a shooter. I mean, you can go. It's easier to go with the standard that's already established because you already have the metrics on it. The beauty about our gun game is if you get into AR-15 platforms, the military's already done all the hard work for you. They know what works, and then you can go from there and tweak it. If you wanted to shoot softer, you wanted to shoot, a little bit more a hard ejection pattern, everything else. But it's like making a manwich, man. All you gotta do is put it in the oven, pull it out.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about measuring this. Put that shit in the oven for 45 minutes and pull it out. The hardest thing now is waiting those 45 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so I kind of see where Big's coming from too. Like most people, when we hear a lot of that stuff, most people in here are just kind of shooting for sport, and they may have a defense gun, right? A defensive gun. Mm-hmm. Do you do a lot of shooting yourself, Joe?
Me, yeah. Yes, I do. So, in the answer to that, it's not. I wouldn't say these are military specs. I would say this is a good baseline, right? So this tells you what to do, how to do it, and everything else. Because realistically, at the end of the day, none of us are going to go to a course and shoot 5,000 rounds 2, 3, 4 times a year. My pockets don't run that deep.
Mm-hmm.
There's some of us out there that got all the like the higher end stuff and everything else. And in all honesty, unless you're on a SWAT team or you're on the paramilitary team, everything else is at a certain point. Everything else is just for the flex. It's just for show. Like as a civilian, I don't need ground panoramic quad nods at $80,000. Wait, I'm an SOT. I can get them for 50. All right. Why?
Right.
It looks cool. But if you got the pockets to do that, by all means, do it. Because when you do it, it makes it a little bit more affordable for the rest of us to come down in price. So, I mean, in all honesty, your basic setups, get what you can afford, what you can train with, and what you can become proficient with, right? Build those solid building blocks. If all you can get is a PSA, then get it. I got one downstairs. It still runs, right? And one of the things is, before, a lot of people didn't know, PSA used to use FN cold hammer forged barrels.
I know that from the back.
And like your barrel, my opinion, your barrel, your BCG, and your triggers, the heart of your gun. I've seen people convert Anderson lowers into full auto and run them for 100,000 rounds. I'm not saying that's the rule. That very well may be an exception. That's a sample size.
I like Anderson lowers. I have several of those too.
Yeah, and a lot of times, right? We've all heard hey, bro, there's only 5 forges. Yeah, that's true. There's 5 forges. The difference is when they get them in your shop, in your QA/QC, and what you do when you finish them after you give them the spec, and that's where like the money comes in. It's that QA/QC. Some companies do an individual QA/QC, some do a batch QA/QC, and sometimes some don't do anything. Mm-hmm. And there have been higher end companies that have bad products that go out.
Right.
We've gotten rid of several guns that was broke that people wouldn't expect. But again, we got knuckle draggers that like they would break an anvil, and they don't care because it's not their stuff. So,
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
What's your thought on handguns?
Yeah.
What about them?
Like the average person, how many rounds they're running? What's going to determine if it's solid?
That's such a open-ended question that really can't be answered, because again, I look at it as a system, and you're an integral part of that system. So you have to get something that fits your requirements and fits your needs, right? I'm right now I'm on a 10 millimeter kick, but a 10 millimeter isn't the ideal pistol for everyone.
I agree. My favorite round.
I think there's some advantages to 10 millimeter and 357 Sig. I think those are two great cartridges. The reason why I don't like to carry them because they're not very prolific. I can go anywhere and get parts for a Glock.
Wait.
You gotta tell her what it is, man.
Yeah,
I just can't go to any store bodega and find stuff for 10 millimeter.
That's what you mean by prolific.
Okay.
It's not everywhere.
Yeah. It ain't a McDonald's, man. It's more like a Roscoe's.
Yeah, it's not really available.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair. So what do you think so do you think 9 millimeter is the ideal defense round?
Oh man.
Man, I'm asking some good questions tonight.
So
that's what the live is going to be tonight, actually.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th. I want to plead the 5th. No, so here's the deal about 9 millimeter and my position on it. Ballistically, there's a lot better rounds that can do what 9 millimeter can't. Just once you put everything together, in my opinion, as far as capacity, with bullet technology and with availability, I think 9 millimeter is pretty hard to beat. Because again, I can go just about anywhere and find 9 millimeter ammo, target ammo, and self-defense ammo, right? Mm-hmm. A whole variety of weights, right? I can buy subsonic, I can buy supersonic. It's difficult for me to do that in 357 Sig and then 10 millimeter, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes your 10 millimeter limits your selections are very limited, right? If you're going to reload, there's way bunch more capacity for reload 9 millimeter, right? Mm-hmm. You have to look at it. A lot of your police departments utilize it, and a lot of militaries utilize it. So there's always going to be that overflow, right? As long as we keep our politicians in check. So always going to be that overflow of surplus 9 millimeter ammo, right? 9 millimeter is a good platform because I can put it in a variety of guns. I can put it in micro compacts, subcompacts, full size, and large frames. So I can adjust that to a lot of people's physicalities or requirements, right? I can go from the biggest guy to the most petite shooter, right? Big hands, small hands, right? So I think in that one, I think 9 millimeter is probably about like the watermark for everything to be judged on. Ballistically, is it superior to a lot of calibers? No. Will it get the job done? Most definitely.
Okay. You just answered yes to my question, brother.
Yeah, well, I did, but I wanted to caveat that because I want them to say Q said 9 millimeter or die, and someone happened to see me with a 10 mil or a 357 Sig, and you a hypocrite. Now, and in all honesty, most of the times I carry a 9 millimeter. I carry Underwood ammunition in it.
Okay.
So, a little bit more energy.
Right. Let me ask you this, Joe, because they were talking about it. They were talking about like BCGs. Like I like nickel boron and titanium nitride BCGs.
Yeah.
What do you, in terms of like BCGs? What are your thoughts on those?
Personal preference, man. I would say if you get a BCG, again, most of us don't have the tools to go and make sure that the BCG is within specs, but make sure everything's properly staked. Make sure your gas carrier key is 158 still. Make sure you're using the proper components. Make sure it's going to cost a little bit more money, but make sure everything is high pressure tested and magnetically particle inspection tested, because that high pressure test gives that proof load through it, and then you do the MPI to make sure there's no micro cracks and fissures. And that's what happened to me. I just had a bad lot of BCGs got into the country, and it was shooting it, and like, man, this sounds familiar. I know what this is. Boom! I was like, yeah, got me again. So it wasn't a big deal. It was just I was just unhappy with the customer service, and that they said that I screwed up. I was like, I got this on videotape.
You screwed up, huh?
Yeah, I got this on videotape. Because the fact of the matter is, man, I'll go out and I'll do some hand loads and I'll drop a double charge in something and blow a gun up and blame it on the gun. It happens. I'm a YouTuber, man. I got 2 days in the military, man. I'm not gonna make no mistakes. We screw up all the time,
right.
As far as like the phosphate BCGs, the military uses those because they'll retain oil, and that'll help in the corrosion. So again, remember, people in the military and cops, we really don't have a vested interest in keeping our gear good because it's not our gear. We'll just go get new stuff. As a civilian, you don't want to spend a lot of time cleaning that stuff. So you'll get the nickel boron because it's easy to clean. You'll get like the stainless steel and stuff like that. But just remember, it comes at a cost. It comes at the hardness of the materials and longevity of it. But we're not really shooting high pressure rounds. We're not like, ripping 80 magazines at full auto in a day. We're not shooting blanks and all that other stuff. So you're not going to get all that wear and tear. But just make sure that your BCG has all the components in it. I've seen BCGs come out, don't have the 2 O-rings in it, don't have the springs and stuff like that. Make sure you got the proper depth on the face. Make sure you got the proper firing pin protrusion. I would say the gauges aren't really that expensive. Just go and get them for peace of mind.
Which gauges in particular you talking about?
So like your firing pin protrusion gauge, right? And that measures how far your firing pin sticks out. And there's a go and a go, because sometimes we might think it's bad ammo. Your firing pin could be broke, right? Your gauge depth face, right? Because I've done this as a dumbass. I was shooting a rifle and I couldn't get it to eject. And I was like, I know I got everything built right, but you know what I did? I grabbed the wrong BCG. I grabbed a 7.62 by 39 BCG instead of a 5.56. Look identical. Right? Until I took it apart to check to see if the firing pin was broke, had 7.62 written on it. It was like, all right, I'm a dumbass.
Okay.
Because it's got so much stuff. It's just like having 5.56 magazines and 300 blackout. You just go and grab one, so that didn't sound right. And if you're going to be like a high volume shooter, or if you're going to shoot ammunition, I'm not going to say that's not the best. Later on, or if you don't do it yourself, find someone you trust, a reputable gunsmith or gun store, and have them check your bore erosion. Right, because there's a part as you start shooting where your bullet lands at, the lands and groove. And Zach, you know about this because you're a reloader. That starts to get eroded. So over time, that's going to either build up pressure or decrease pressure. It's going to throw off your accuracy. And even some companies, they get in a rush and they missize their chambers. So 9 times out of 10, you're good and everything else. But if you start doing like this custom stuff, 8.6 blackouts from Joe Blow, the barrel maker, just make sure you got the proper dies and you run them.
Well, we all make one of my favorite people, man. This dude is deep. So now I'm about to segue. I'm about to really tell you up now, man, because you're good with these questions. Do you think the average civilian, this is a 2-part question, should own night vision? And secondly, what is your thoughts on some of the inexpensive night vision? The Sightmark, Wraith stuff, what is it, AGM? Or there's a couple companies out there that have
AGM.
AGM, TVN, and everything else. So you're probably going to hate me on this and everything else.
I'm not. This is a legit.
This is just my opinion. I think the average civilian should be able to own an MH6 Little Bird and an AC-130 or MC-130.
Boy, I don't know what the hell none of that is, and I'm sure
that's your military stuff. That's just my opinion. I really think and feel that the military can have it, we should be able to have it, right? So yeah, I think the average civilian should own night vision, right? Because it's not just for going out and slitting throats and doing this and doing that. Some people like to look at nature, right? Some people like to look at the migratory patterns of bats, right? Some people like to look in their farms and see where the coyotes is running, killing their chickens and cows, right? So it's not a one-dimensional thing. I really think that, yeah, you should be able to own night vision. Now, it's going to be cost prohibitive and some of the lower end stuff.
That's why I was the second part to that question. Go ahead.
So now don't spend all your money on it, because you reach a point of diminishing returns as to, like, I wouldn't say go out and get a $100,000 set of panoramic ground vision thermals, because you might not utilize all those capabilities. You probably good with a monocular PVS 14 for 4K. You know, but again, with that being said, make sure you do your due diligence, find out what the maintenance policy is, because what a lot of people fail to realize is that the nods are supposed to be wiped, quote unquote, you know, every so often. They go in and they purge them and they refill them back up with the inert gas. So see if those guys offer that, you know, find out what type of tubes there are, find out what the policies is. And when you guys go out and get these helmets, make sure you get them ballistic helmets, right? Because we're going out getting.
Wait, Joe, you went too far.
Well, I'm sorry. Ain't nobody roll me back in, man. Hey, roll me back in. Roll me back in.
Let me get it. Don't nobody even got it. You went so. They don't know no people. You know, the only reason I know what PVS 14 is because I just so happened to get blessed with some this past Christmas from one of the companies, because I probably never would have bought it myself, and I still haven't even put it to use. Like I got like what is it, Team Wendy or whatever helmets.
Yeah,
I know
Team Wendy helmet. Yeah,
I know nothing about this stuff.
Yeah. And just like real quick on that. And I know this is off of the night vision. When we go and get these helmets and when we go and get this body armor, get someone to measure you, because there's a certain way this stuff is supposed to fit. And I've seen a lot of videos. I've seen a lot of people in person with ill-fitting gear. I'm not going to say that's not going to do what it's supposed to do as designed, but it doesn't do it as well. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So,
damn, man. So everybody should have some night vision, but you kind of like skip past the cheaper night vision stuff.
Well, no, like I said,
night vision stuff you can get into $600, $700, $800.
Yeah, you can. And then also remember the capabilities you're going to get for that $600, $700, $800 may or may not be what you need. So again, we have to assess what your requirements are. If it's just something you want to do, want to look, say, down the block during a power outage, and that's great. You won't be able to identify what something is versus a person. Now, there's some hunting night vision you can get into, thermals, where you got you can identify stuff up to 800, 1,000 yards. And I
don't know how far mine's going out there, but I bought a pair. It cost me a little bit over $100, man. I took it outside. You can see
he said a little bit over $100. He bought a toy.
Nah,
but there's nothing wrong with that, man. Hey, so sometimes you can get a gym and it works for what you need. Sometimes there's literally a 50-cent solution for $1 million problem.
Boy, that was a cold ass line.
It is a cool ass line.
So here you go, right here, man. When we went to space, the great space race, right? And this is why we got Fisher pins, right? Right upside down, right in water, right on oil, all this other stuff. The U.S. spent over like $2 million developing that pen. You know what the Soviets did? They gave the astronauts a pencil. Look it up. Look, swear to God, look it up. Look up the Fisher space pen. Soviets gave them a pencil. It fucking works. Fucking works, man.
That is funny.
He said that is funny. He's a 50-cent solution to $1 million problem.
Yeah. So with what you got, does it handle your needs and requirements for what you needed to do?
Yeah, man. Like when I put it up, it was amazing to me. I was like, wow.
But you made a statement earlier when you said you felt like everybody should at least own some level of night vision, and you said some stuff that was totally foreign to me. But I'm talking about like in terms of what would, let's say, Big Honcho in the chat need night vision for? What would be something? I mean, like, because you say like just taking care of your normal needs, right? Like if you, I'm just trying to think of scenarios where the average civilian. I'm not saying we don't. I'm just asking what for.
All right. So here's something right here. Let's say you had a power outage, right? Mm-hmm. They're great for power outages, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can see stuff. Let's say you own a farm and your livestock's getting harassed by yotes and wolves and other predators, right? Let's say you're a nature lover and you like to watch the migratory patterns of bats, or you like to see bats do their thing. You know, you could be a stargazer.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no like.
There's no specific thing.
Yeah, there's no specific thing for them.
But that's the thing though. Like, so in other words, people should do it because say like Zach said, I got a night vision set up for under a couple $100. And if he has a power outage in his crib or a power outage in the neighborhood, he can still step outside and see things that he may need to see on a normal basis. Because he's not doing anything that's going to be like military related where he needs night vision. So I see what you're saying. So I think that makes sense to me. Because at first I'm kind of like, I think Joe Va crazy. But now when you say it like that, yeah, I can see where the average person could utilize some form of night vision just in everyday usage. But you're not gonna, like you said, you're not gonna go and spend $5,000-$6,000 because you need to go in the basement at nighttime.
Right. Yeah, right. And it's all dictated again by your personal requirements and how much you can afford to throw at it. Yeah. I mean, if you got money, I have an issue with selling you $100,000 panoramic thermal kit. I don't. Yeah. I don't know what you want.
Let me ask you something, because you're an SOT.
No. I just know someone that'll sell it to you.
Oh, because I was gonna ask you, what now yourself? I'm sure you own night vision because you like big time military guy. What's your setup? Do you have more than one? And if so, what's your go-to?
As far as rifles, I'm a proponent of the truck gun. So in all honesty, I rock a 13.5-inch 6.5 Grendel.
Okay.
Right. That's my gun. It's either that or 300 Blackout, right? And it's based upon where I'm going. So if I'm going somewhere where I need a shorter package and everything else, I rock the 300 Blackout with a 5.5-inch barrel. If I'm going to some place where I got a little bit of distances and everything else, I'll rock the 6.5 Grendel. And with that 6.5 Grendel, I'm getting the same ballistics I would get out of a 16-inch 308 out to 400. So just tooling around. If I got to shoot something past 100, it's either I'm going to jail or shit done really hit the fan and went sideways.
Now I'm talking about what night vision.
Night vision?
What's your night vision setup? Do you have more than one? And is there
I just rock PV-14s.
Dual nods or
articulated. So if I have to split them, I can split them. If not, I can rotate them up and rotate one up, rotate one down, everything else. But those are work things. So I don't know.
Cabo, what's up? She is Sunshine. What up?
What up, Cabo? What up, Sunshine?
Shit. Well, I can't. I was gonna show the panels and everything else, but it's not important. Because there's a lot of options out there for NVGs, and there's a lot of guys that's like deep into the commercial game. That's in your chat, and that's what they deal with. They can get you deals on that stuff if you're interested into it, and they can articulate the advantages as a civilian with owning this stuff. So you have to look at it. My experience with it is just military centric.
Mm-hmm.
you know, because that's all we did. That's all we do, you know.
K-Wick said he going to Temu right now to get us some PBS 14.
He gonna find it on Temu.
Dude, K-Wick, don't do it. Don't do it.
He gonna get him a dope ass set off of there too, boy.
Don't do it. Don't do it, man. You might get some. They ain't gonna work too long and shit. But
I got like I said, I got a set, man, right now, and I haven't even used them for nothing. I don't even know if I turn them on.
I would say, man, take them out and utilize them and see like the advantages that they can give you. And you'll if you get hooked up with the right people and they show you how to use them and use them to everything they can be used for, you'll be impressed with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do, man. Because I'd be scared. Like I know, because you can't. I'd be scared of. I don't even want to take them out the packaging in the daytime. I'd be scared. I'd be scared they're gonna melt or something. Something gonna happen to them. If I open them up when it's daylight, boy, they're not gonna act right.
Nah, they're not. Nah, they're pretty robust, man. They're not gonna do anything. So it's like AGM Global. You can get those like 26 Hondo.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 12s. 26. I don't know what kind of tubes they are, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's inexpensive you can get into, just entry level.
That's why I like the ones that I bought, man. I mean, I took them outside. I could see everything. When the car rolled by, it didn't make it like get extra bright because of the headlights.
So it had auto gating and all that other good stuff. You got the Night Fox.
It's called Warm 2.0. I saw somebody talking about it.
That guy, he got his off Temu.
And now I got it from Amazon.
Hey, this is what I got. This is what I got, Joe.
Yeah, I got it from Amazon.
That's what I got right there.
Yeah, Gen 3 PVS 14 monocular. Yeah, those are nice. Those are nice.
Let me find these right.
So you can put that on the mount and have it articulated and everything else. So Tribe, they're good. They do a lot of good stuff and everything else, man. And then it's like all your tubes really are your old L3 Harris tubes and everything else that may not have met mill specs, or they just got rid of the tubes and they reconditioned them, changed the phosphorus, and did all this stuff with it. So
yeah, I don't know nothing you just said. All I know is I got a Team Windy helmet, I got a mount, and that's the monocular I got, and that's what I got.
That's all you need, man. That's all you need. Just get it down, get it set to you, adjust your eyepiece to get it focused, and you're good. And some people actually prefer running monos over binos. And I guess it's really a personal preference.
I put that link out there, y'all. Go check them out.
Man, I wish you would. He done put this. Oh my god.
Yo,
please don't nobody click on that link.
They work.
Please. I can't believe he posted that link out there, man.
Somebody asked for it. Yeah, it works.
And you know,
now, I do. Hold on. I got. Wait a minute.
It records and everything, Joe. It records and everything.
Oh my, he's still selling them. Would you stop? They just got through talking about YouTubers out here selling some bootleg products, and there goes Zach.
It's not bootleg. It works for me for what I need it for.
This guy.
Maybe one day I have a thousands of dollars set up, but right now, a $100 setup works.
He can't be out here trying to sell it, man. He only put it on and outside the house.
That's what I needed it for, inside and outside. Showtime, that one looks nice, man. But I don't know if I'm gonna pay for it, if I'm gonna need it.
I was trying to show Joe this before we go. All right, and I got this too.
It works, so yeah, you got the sight mark, the Wraith.
Yeah. So, and this is what I was talking about right here, right? So the sight mark, and there's a couple other companies that make these weapon mounted NVG cameras and thermal cameras. I've had some good luck calling some hogs and deer with them. They work. You know, they work for what they're designed to do. They're not going to break the bank, and you can actually modify them to put them on ARs and stuff like that. Because I want to say that one comes with a pick rail mount and everything else.
It does.
So yeah, so you're G to G. That one has multiple reticles, right?
I haven't used it.
All right. So some of them, yeah, some of them got multiple reticles and everything else, and they work, man.
It's heavy. That's why I didn't know where I was gonna put it on. It's kind of got some weight to it, so I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna like that on my rifles and stuff. But once I get out of Illinois and I get set up, down south, and I start doing a little more hunting and moving around and shooting different distances and getting out at nighttime, then that stuff is gonna really come in handy for me.
Well, and that's one of those things. That's where like the cost comes in, right? Because I can get the same capabilities from product X as I get from product Y, but product Y is going to cost an additional $5,000 because it's lighter, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, I'm going to pay that money for that added ability, because like you just said, RGG, you haven't used it because it's heavy.
Yeah.
So,
Chris. I don't know. Team Wendy made helmets that damn big.
Oh my God. It's time to go now. It's time to go. Thank you, Chris Stevenson, you dirty dog.
Hey, Chris Stevenson, man, y'all, man, you know what? I ain't fucking with the Grand Turkey, man. I got a big head, all right? Damn, man.
He was talking about me, bro, because I wear a size 8 hat, but the helmet, I think it fit. I feel like it fit when I put it on.
Yeah, what about ATN, Joe?
So ATN makes good stuff too. I was just up on their website, looking at some of the stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of good reputable companies out there and everything else. Now the question is, how much do you want to pay?
Right.
Because remember, you got Gen 2, Gen 3, you got white phosphorus, green phosphorus, you got auto gating sensors, you got, how many spots you got in it and everything else. So the truer it gets, the more it's going to cost.
Okay.
We go to single versus monoculars versus binoculars versus panels, articulated mounts, so all that stuff starts adding. Then you start getting into weight, So it's like how much you want to spend.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Hey, man, this is a great line. Hey, Joe Vaughn, thank you, brother.
Sir. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, I appreciate it. We didn't get kicked off this time, so
yeah, man. Thanks for letting us stay online, bro. I appreciate that. Oh, man, I love it when you stop by, man. This dude got a wealth of knowledge, man, and he loves to share it with the community. So that's huge. And thank everybody for hanging out with us, man. I didn't even know I was gonna go live this Sunday, but this was good. This was really good. I learned a lot tonight. So, do you really get what you pay for? I don't know if we answered the question, but always remember this: you always get what you pay for.
According to your cousin, we do.
Was it worth it? We don't know.
You're right.
You definitely always
get
what
you pay for.
It's all good, man. Hey, listen, guys. That's it for me, man. If y'all don't got nothing else for me, I'm out of here. I will see everybody on Wednesday. Do not miss Wednesday, man.
Yep.
A 2A woman's point of view. We're going to have some ladies of 2A on here. We're going to let them take over, basically. And it's going to be a really, really good live, man. So bring your wives on. Bring all the ladies. Make sure y'all here because this is going to be good. A bunch of information, man. All right. That's it for me, y'all. I'm out.
All right, Joe.
Guys, have a good